Well, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chicago. I'm using the YouTube app, so we'll see how it goes. Let me know how the resolution is, but we'll give it a try here. But hey, we got bright, beautiful sunshine. We got 60 degrees. We're on March the 9th, 2026. So, hey, another spring-like day. It was beautiful. We walked in along the lakefront this morning here. Hey, Supreme Suburban Garden, how you doing? Yeah, look at the... Yeah, let's head along the Riverwalk. We'll head back up, and we'll probably walk through the loop. Maybe we'll end it at the Bean instead of starting at the Bean. Now, I checked. The Maggie Daly Ice Skating Ribbon, they closed it yesterday. So yesterday was the last day you could skate on the Maggie Daly Ice Skating Ribbon. So it'll be pretty hot today. Chris, how you doing? Yeah, Prince, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let me know if the YouTube app's working okay, if the resolution's fine. Yeah, I missed Friday. It was raining. Well, at least that was my excuse. We did have some storms that kind of came through right at the noon hour there on Friday, but we got a nice, good long live stream on Saturday for the Shiditarod. We went to West Town and got the shopping carts. Hey, he's getting a photo there. Nice spot there with the sun. Eric, how you doing there? Greg, yeah, thanks for tuning in. So, hey, we're on YouTube, streaming clear the rear. Look at the blue sky, severe clear. Yeah, Greg, thanks for the 100 there. That's nice. See, I'm using the app now so I can see the graphics with the little GIFs and stuff, so that helps out. Maybe I'll be able to acknowledge them more. I know Streamlabs, I missed half the stuff. Rob on the road. Yeah, you got the gloom, we got the sunshine. Yeah, one thing, usually it's pretty gloomy in Chicago in wintertime, but today, not today. We got the bright sunshine, 60 degrees. We're almost 15 to 18 degrees Celsius. We'll probably get to 20 degrees Celsius. It should get to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 70 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll see. Beach, please. Yeah, Monday. Mikanori, how you doing? Yeah. So, hey, we'll, there, the London Guarantee and Accident Building, 360 North Michigan Avenue. How you doing? Hey, Brian, how you doing? Hey,
I'm Ron from Lakeshore East.
Oh, really? Lakeshore East? Yeah. I work right over here, so I'm just going to head to the Riverwalk. What do you think of this weather? Isn't it nice?
I'm just going to... If you want to tour my building, I'll let you in.
Really? Okay.
I let Nick in one time.
Okay, good. Oh, Nick Koiken. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take you up on that. Yeah, I work right here at 205 North Michigan.
What do you do there?
I work for architecture and engineering firm, EXP.
Okay.
Yeah. It used to be Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like your hat there. You ready for... opening day?
Oh yeah, I'll probably work there soon too. So.
Oh good. Oh, you work at Wrigley?
Yeah.
Good. Maybe I'll see you up there then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna head to the
Brian.
Riverwalk. I'll see you. Nah, thank you. That's great. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, there's friends and neighbors there. He said he lives in Lakeshore East there, so I would love to get up and check out his building sometime. Maybe check out the views. So that's good. So here's the police. Let's get across here. The police here. Coming across, see, look, they told us to get out of the way. There's always something going on, so here we'll show you what the river looks like from above here, and then we'll head down to the Riverwalk. So hey, look at the bright, beautiful sunshine. Thanks for tuning in, everybody here. Hey, we got 80 people here, so the sunshine really helps out. Maybe we'll get our usual YouTube audience back. Maybe let the algorithm clear out there. That's why hey, look at the turquoise water here. So we got beautiful blue turquoise water here underneath the DeSable Michigan Bridge. The camera snapped there because I'm using the YouTube app, and I always have a problem with the camera snapping with the app there, but we'll try to keep it going. Let's go down and check out this turquoise water. No, this is Chicago. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. See, that's the Wrigley Building. The Wrigley Building's in Chicago. The Tribune Tower in Chicago. Michigan Avenue. Chicago River. This is the Trump Tower in Chicago. Yes, there's a Trump Tower in New York, but this is the one in Chicago. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, look at the water. Water looks very surreal today. Look at this. It's like they put some food coloring in the water. Very Caribbean turquoise water. Looks much more beautiful than it usually does. Usually it looks green and browny. Brown, pinky brown. Yeah, there it is. So here's underneath Wacker Drive. Have you ever seen the Blues Brothers? They have many car chase scenes down here. Hey, there's Lucia. So Lucia, this is what we want to see. People taking architectural cruise boat tours. And water taxis going. Yeah, people jogging on the Riverwalk. Very nice. How you doing?
The other side.
So here, we'll head right through here. Yeah, NPCs. I'm an NPC. Or the Sims. It's like Sim City. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, there goes the yellow water taxi. Hey, we got 100 people tuning in. Hey, this is good. So this is a good sign. I was worried that I totally ruined my YouTube algorithm. Maybe we'll start streaming more back on YouTube now. This is good. So, but hey, we checked out the Iditarod. Hopefully, people, if you missed it, I got reruns there on TikTok, and I transferred some of it to YouTube. I know not everybody on YouTube has TikTok, so you can at least see the start, and I'll transfer some of the other stuff over there. Yeah, last September, I can't talk. Last September. Yeah, I'll see you in September. It was so funny. Overtime Seb, he found some guy, and this poor kid, he's like, I'm the only live streamer in Chicago. And we're like, really? You think you're the only live streamer in Chicago? And then he like streams from Homewood. He like streams from like the basement in Homewood, and he thinks he's a tough live streamer because he's streaming from his basement, like video games on Twitch. So he thinks he's a live streamer. That's good. And everybody in the comments were like, what do you mean you're the only live streamer? You obviously don't watch. You know, there's a lot of live streamers, not just in this city, but all cities. I can't even keep track of all the live streamers, and I'm a live streamer. Here's yeah, how you doing? You're like, hey, know that guy. Recognize that voice. But here's the Chicago Riverwalk. Look at the water. This is not an AI filter. The water looks really blue. It's reflecting the sky. So the sky is what's making the water look so beautiful today. So we'll head along the it's almost like the river's dyed green already. It's dyed aquamarine. But this Saturday, what is today? This Saturday, March the 14th, they're going to dye this river right here. They're going to dye this river green. And I got to start scoping out our spots. I've covered this for 3 years, and every year I think I have it figured out, and it always stumps me where we lose the connection with the crowds, the dyeing the river green. But they'll do it 10 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m. on Saturday. So we'll get out here early. So the rubber duckies happen in August. They do the rubber ducky charity. Hey, look at that nice view. Yeah, very nice. So you get the corn cob buildings. You get the nice view with the corn cob buildings taking what I assume to be engagement photos or some commitment. Hey, there's a guy fishing. Yeah, it's so scenic, peaceful. Yeah, what's Sue Taylor saying? I didn't even see what Sue Taylor's saying. I'll check it out once this linear goes by. Hey, we'll catch this architectural cruise boat. The guy's fishing here. People often ask if you can fish in the Chicago River. There it is. There's Linea, architectural tour boat. Look at the people. 60 degrees here. Yeah. Look at that view. You get all the way to the John Hancock there. The boat. Hey, there's your Wendella. Very nice. Yeah, she's got it too with the dog. Very nice. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave, to get the picture here. Yeah, look at it. No wake zone. Why do you want me to talk to the fishing guy? The fishing guy wants to be left alone. I'm sure the last thing the fishing guy wants to do is talk to me, some horrible live streamer. But hey, yeah, what is Sue Bass in Chicago? Oh wow, well somebody's Bass in Chicago. Wow, imagine that. Yeah, that's we're used to that. So Sue Taylor thinks Chicago's a hellhole. Yeah, it's such a hellhole. Look at people sitting out here eating lunch, eating their in the sun here with the bikes. Yeah, so you got your Chicago style pizza. It's either getting the there'll be boats here. They're just jealous. Yeah, there is some garbage in the water. But hey, we got 60 some degrees, low 60s Fahrenheit, heading along the Riverwalk. Montreal, how you doing? Melbourne. Yeah, it's gorgeous, Mickey. Yeah, Norman, normally I would talk to the fishing guy, but I'll just leave. Maybe there he is right there. Maybe he wants to, he heard us talking about him there. He's a Blackhawks fan.
Yeah, well, and then I also was like, it's going to be a long story.
But sometimes we talk to the fishing people if they indicate they want to talk to us. There's the Marina Towers, corncob buildings. It's corn, a big lump with knobs. We got the juice. Can't imagine a more beautiful thing. Look at the Marina Towers there. Bertrand Goldberg. Hey, wow, look at that dog. Yeah, checking out the dog. Yeah. See, he's got the right idea. He's smarter than I. He talked to the nice woman with the dog. It's better than talking to the guy who's fishing. Talk to the woman with the dog. That's more. It's the right thing to do. There's the Marina Towers, the corncob buildings. There's Leo Burnett. Yeah, look at that nice view. You get to the Mather Tower. We streaming okay? Yeah, thanks for hitting the thumbs up there if you like this content. We got 42.
Yeah, the bridge goes up. Yeah, so boats go up.
And if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. That's fine too. I'm sure that's what Sue Taylor did. It is Chicago. I'm not even going to give the city a chance. Okay, so this is my lunchtime walk from work. If you're new to my channel, if this is the first time you've ever watched or encountered my content, I'm a live stream in Chicago. Most of what I do is I stream my walk to work and my walk home from work. I was doing it exclusively on YouTube, but now I'm back to TikTok. I got almost 100,000 on TikTok. I got 20,000 here on YouTube. I've had accounts deleted on TikTok where you get like 38,000 and then they delete your account. So as Darren Monroe, your user count really doesn't mean much. I'm just happy that people tune in to watch the live streams, whether on TikTok or YouTube. On Saturday we did the Iditarod, and then on this Saturday they're going to dye the river green. They're going to dye this river green right here that we're looking at, the Chicago River in Chicago. We'll cover it, so if you want to follow along, not just me, other Chicago live streamers. See, they're starting to get ready. I bet you they're going to set out tables and chairs and viewing stands, and they'll be ready for St. Patrick's Day party weekend. It's not going to be as warm as it is today, unfortunately. It's probably going to be spitting snow and 30 degrees on Saturday, but we'll still find a way to have a good time. So they dye it green because, you ever heard of something called St. Patrick's Day? Where have you been at? So you seriously, I guess you're not from the United States. I understand. Yeah, I understand. People tune in from all over the world. So Chicago has a large Irish American population, and so historically, and it goes back to the mayor of Chicago was Irish, Mayor Richard J. Daley, and in the 1950s he approved them to dye the river green as a celebration of St. Patrick's Day. So St. Patrick's Day, or go to Ireland, the real St. Patrick's Day celebration, but in Chicago we have St. Patrick's celebrations here. So here, this is, Chicago River, Chicago, Illinois, United States of America, planet Earth. Here's the seawall. We have a pleasantly warm day here. We're above 60 degrees, so more people than usual out here cruising on the Riverwalk. That's what I wanted to show here. People out enjoying the nice weather. Lunchtime. So this is my lunch break from work. Normally, okay, so usually I'm falling back into the pattern where we'll do lunchtime on YouTube and we'll do TikTok in the morning and night. That's what we've been doing. We were on YouTube 3 times a day, but YouTube says I got too much content on YouTube, so I got to spread it across multiple platforms. They think I'm trying to game the system, and I'm just streaming my normal schedule, but it's the nature of the thing. Yeah, Sheridan, how you doing there? Yeah, it's already green. It already looks green already. I know. It looks very green. Yeah, it looks like they already dyed it green. I agree. There's people sitting along the seating wall. This is where the Eastland disaster generally happened. There's another person fishing here. There's people out enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the warm weather day. We got here Monday, March the 9th, 2026. There's the train. There's the Brown Line. Heading across the Wells Street Bridge. Right there, Merchandise Mart. Scenes of the city. Yeah, the water normally looks green. You got it. Good, nice observation there. Yeah, no one's trying to convince anybody to move here, spend money here. This is where I'm at, so thanks for tuning in. You know, not everything's necessarily a promotion. Some things are just observations. People mistakenly think I'm promoting the city when maybe I'm trying to tell you not to move here. I'll be like a Chicago gatekeeper. We don't want nobody that nobody sent. But here's the Chicago Riverwalk. There's Sweet Home Gelato. It's nice to see people out and about here. We got the whole spring and summer ahead of us. So I was talking to the nice guy we were talking about earlier. He's ready for opening day. Start working at Wrigley Field there. Yeah, Chicago in the Loop. So the original Playboy Mansion's on State Street. It's at State and Banks. We walk by it all the time. I'm not going by it now because I'm on my lunch walk from work. Oftentimes we go by there on my walk home from work in the evenings around 5:30 to 6 in the evenings. We walk through the Gold Coast sometimes. So yeah, the original Playboy Mansion's in the Gold Coast before they moved to Beverly Hills. And it's on State Street between Schiller and Banks, about the 1300 block, perhaps, of State Street. There's people fishing. Hey, look at the turquoise waters here. Wow, the sun's coming out. Yeah, we're underneath the Wells Street Bridge. We'll get a nice view of the Merchandise Mart here. Ireland, how you doing there? KRU. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of Irish came to Chicago in the early to mid 1800s. It wasn't just the Great Potato Famine. It was people immigrating to the United States, and they did some of the hardest manual labor besides the enslaved people, which of course people always leave out. They're like, oh, the Irish did all the dirty work. Well, what about the enslaved people? But it was because we were in the north here, so they used the Irish instead of enslaved people at that time for the worst labor, digging ditches and canals and tunnels out in the lake, and digging in quarries, dangerous work for the railroads. You know, here's the Merchandise Mart, in Chicago, Illinois. We'll head across. There's the. Here we'll get a view of the train here. This is the Brown Line train heading into the loop, crossing the Wells Street Bridge. No celebrities live in Chicago. All celebrities live in Los Angeles or New York. No one wants to be famous in Chicago. Fame is for, fame is like an old-fashioned idea, like even TikTok famous. No one's TikTok famous. There's people that have millions of followers. I have no idea who they are. I don't care about their content. People, it's all in your own mind. We're all like rock stars in our own mind. No one's famous, Every day, rich and powerful people die, and I don't even know who they are. It's just everything's becoming so bifurcated. We're losing our common frames of reference. So here we'll head across Franklin Street. We'll check out the river here. CM Punk, there you go, CM Punk. There's the most famous person in Chicago, CM Punk. So here's where the projectors, they project on the merchandise mart there. There's a bunch of garbage in the water. There goes the train. There's a nice view to the Sears Tower. This is the Sears Tower in Chicago. It's 1,400 feet tall. It's over 400 meters tall. The Sears Tower. There's the green line heading across the Lake Street Bridge. We're going to head across the Franklin to Orleans Street Bridge. So what do they sell in the mart? Yeah, it's a bunch of vendors like mowing, like faucets and kitchens and furniture. It's a bunch of brands, that big wholesalers like hotels and schools, and people that buy a bunch of furniture for a building will go in there and select. The interior designers will pick the chairs or the faucets or the fixtures. And the merchandise mart started, it was Montgomery Ward and his heirs, and no, Marshall Field and his heirs, Marshall Field and his heirs partnered with a bunch of other business leaders like Woolworths and all their we'll go show the big giant heads there, but maybe first we'll head around Wolf Point. What time we got here? Let's see what time it is. 12:21 in the PM. Hey Christy, how you doing there, Wes? So I grew up in Southeast Indiana. I grew up in the southern part of Indiana. I grew in the country. I did not grow up in Chicago. I know that's a very important question, and I'm not a native Chicagoan, nor have I claimed to be. I don't feel accepted by Chicagoans. I've lived here for 27 years. People still hold it over your head that you weren't born here, even though a lot of people were born here, don't live here anymore. You know how it is. It's whatever people can, and cities are transient places. People move in and out of cities all the time, not just domestically, but internationally as well. So here we'll head over. I just want to show some of this Wolf Point Riverfront Esplanade here at the confluence. Here at Blue Bottle Coffee. Yeah, let's doodle around here. Hey, the tall millings, bitch you. Yeah, I don't know who got, I don't know anything about somebody getting kicked out. Yeah, I don't know what that is. There's people drinking coffee, people sitting here on the little outdoor area here. Thank you. Yeah, I lived here over half my life, so that's why 27 years. What should the visitors do when they get to Chicago? You'll figure it out. Explore the city. That's half the fun. Don't go by me telling you what to do. There's plenty of museums, there's parks, transit. You go to observation decks, restaurants, bars. So much shopping, and if you run out of stuff to do, then leave. Go somewhere else. It's just the way it is. You'll find stuff to do. Figure it out for yourself. Don't go by what I say. That's the That's the most fun. There, the wind's about to blow my hat off. But here, see, you got this little circle. You got a bunch of people sitting down here. Look, people sitting on the ball. People actually using this. This is how I judge urban spaces if they're actually used. See, we got this here. I'll show this overview here. They got these digital screens. I've tried to. There I am. I've tried to walk through here, but they don't want me live streaming here. The security jumps all over me, even though I'll be like, Oracle bought TikTok. I'm streaming on a TikTok. They said, yeah, we don't care. Here's people sitting on the seat wall here. So hey, it looks like they're getting some business or restaurant here. There's the confluence. That's the South Branch. That's the main channel towards the lake. There's the North Branch, Chicago River. There, you see the Sears Tower. There's the Sears Tower. Nice view. Look at all these nice people sitting down here on the seating wall. This is the new Salesforce Tower. Relatively new. They built it about the time of the pandemic. There's the pink line heading across the Lake Street Station. Look at that. Yeah, Chicago's known for its pizza. You got it. Chicago style pizza, deep dish. There's the Tuning Fork building. Hey, we got 79 likes. Thanks for everybody for liking the live here. We'll walk around. Yeah, look at that nice view. Aquamarine water. Yeah, everybody's sitting down here. Wolf Point Park hours. Hey, they got a food truck. Yeah, very nice. Oh, it feels great in the sun. It feels like 70 degrees. I'm serious. I'm getting a sunburn here. So the security's looking at me, so I'm going to get out of here because I bet you they're probably going to walk over here and say something to me. So you quickly learn what's corporate space and what's public space. This is a corporate park, just like the merchandise mart. They can kick you out just like a mall because it's up to they're fine with people sitting here that work. You're staying with the merchandise mart, but that's we're still going to try to show it to you. Is it cheesy? I don't know. Oh man, these comments are so boring. Yeah. You want me to tell you I'm a racist? Yeah. What's your angle there? You want to have a debate? Here, let's cross Chicago River. You don't sound like a friend there. You sound like you want to get me canceled. Here's how you doing? Here's we're gonna cross here. Here's merchandise mart. John R519. Let's look into John R519. Let's see what he said anything else here. Let's see what else has John said for me here. John R519. So hey, we're in front of the merchandise mart. Let me get over on the sidewalk here because I'm sure this guy's going to say something to me. I wanted to walk on this. There's people sitting there, but they got this all roped off because they're working on the furniture there. So Blondie Wig Sanchez, you want to tell me how much you dislike me? Yeah, you dislike my commentary there. Tell me what you really think of me here. No, I'm trying to figure out what John's angle is. You understand John's comment? Maybe you can help me out there, Blonde Wig Sanchez. What's John's comment about? I'm trying to figure. It doesn't make any sense. I'll just live it go. So I'm not ignoring the comments. I just don't understand the comments. And yeah, you can put that on me. I'm a horrible person. Somehow I'm flawed and letting everybody down here. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in here. We'll continue walking. We'll check out scenes of the city here in Chicago. We'll do our best to be polite and proper to everybody here and keep on keeping on. Yeah, beautiful weather. Thanks, Nell. Yeah, I don't think they're trolls. I think there's something they're trying to get at. I'm trying to understand what it is, but it's never try to, it's just the nature of live streaming. You just got to let it go. You're right. So we'll move on. So here, look at the, look at all the people sitting out there. They were sitting out at the lawn. Here's some people sitting on the tables. Yeah, so Wes, I'm the problem. So thanks, Wes. Thanks for telling me I'm the problem there, Wes. I appreciate it. Thanks. I'm a flawed person there. So John's not the problem. Wes, do you understand what John's comment was? Wes, since John's not the problem, do you understand? Can you explain what John's comment was about, Wes? Because I trust you, Wes. And okay, thanks, Mickey. I appreciate it. Okay, good. So I'll just let it go. I'm used to people. I don't expect anybody to like me here. We'll just continue on. And that's not what I'm doing. I'm not doing this to win friends and influence people. People know that. There's the merchandise mart. There's here, Whacker Drive. So let's head to the loop here. Let's see what people are doing walking around the loop here. So yeah, we'll cross Whacker Drive. There, Wells Street Market. We got a food hall here. So we'll cross under the Wells Street tracks. Here's a nice view. The Blues Brothers view of the Wells Street elevated tracks. So Wes, I must be the problem. So Wes, you're saying I'm the problem. I get what you're saying, Wes. I appreciate that. Yeah, I am a problem. So I am the problem, Wes, and thanks for letting everybody know I'm the problem. I get what you're saying. So John's not the problem, I'm the problem. I get it, Wes. Thanks a lot. So here's Haddock Place. Here's Kimball. Hey, there was a nice view of the Brown Line rounding the bend here. We'll head through the loop. Yeah, we'll go by the State and Lake Station. I see other people are posting updates to the State and Lake Station. That's great. I'm glad other people are showing the construction progress. There's another train rounding the bend here. Let's get it around the bend here. Yeah, it's coming right over here. Look at that. Train heading around the loop, came up from Midway. Out sometimes. So here, on the Board of Trade here, I like this view. Yeah, Tom, please lay off with the religious spam. I appreciate it. Here's the green line. Here's the green line heading through here. Sound like. Oh, one gold Nubian. Well, tell us what you think of your new glasses. Let me know if they work. I guess that'll be good for taking pictures and like recording. You can like just tap it and record things, you know, conversations for your own notes and stuff. Yeah, that's good. Well, let me know how. Well, thanks for being on, one gold Nubian. And there, the state of Illinois building, Randolph and South. Yeah, another beautiful day. We're enjoying the blue skies here. Look at the blue skies. Chicago Board of Trade looking down with South Street. There's the Cadillac Palace, the Great Gatsby. Great Gatsby's playing at the Cadillac Palace. Hey, you got the flags out here. We got the flags on City Hall. Yeah, we'll head across the street here so we can get the view to the Thompson Center. There, the Cadillac Palace. There it is. Yeah, welcome to the amusement park ride. It's like the elevated train. There's the amusement park ride right there. Hey, I saw that there's a somebody created a whole train station, like a Japanese train station for cats, and the cats can like take the transit, and it's all cat scale. Did you see that? Somebody built a whole scale model of a Japanese train station for cats and made it the cat scale, and the cats get on the subway. There's the Thompson Center. There's the Thompson Center. Great Gatsby. Hey, you're at the bus stop. That's good. Aisha, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, we missed Friday, but now we're back. We're at our lunchtime walk here for YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the Great Gatsby, April 21st to May 3rd. It's at the Cadillac Palace there. There's the City Hall. Meta glasses are crazy, yeah. Yeah, you know, I appreciate trying to respect people's privacy as much as anybody else, but that ship has already sailed. Every door you go past has a Ring camera on it. Every police car has a camera. Every ICE agent, every person. You're going to encounter people more and more that are being recording everything. Good luck trying to maintain your anonymity. You're going to have to go out and live in the woods. I have the same problem. Why am I live streaming so much? I had to embrace the same fact. I was away from social media for 10, 15 years. I was paranoid with the tinfoil in my hat as well. But actually, once you swim in and get used to being online all the time, it actually relieves some of the paranoia, because my life's pretty open book. You know, it's hard for me to live a fake life when I'm live streaming every day. You got to, like, how would I keep up a lie that long, you know? It's kind of funny. But I understand people, you know, it's good that people are pushing back against AI recording everything we possibly do, because we can't compete against AI. AI is going to win. And it's an unfair, asymmetrical power balance where the power is too much in the social media companies. So I live in Lincoln Park. I live near Clark and Fullerton. So I'm downtown because I work downtown. This is my lunch break. And we're just tooling through the loop of Chicago on a beautiful weather day. And here we'll cross Dearborn and Randolph. Yeah, thanks for understanding, Mickey. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Randolph and Dearborn. Here we'll head across here. Yeah. Elon already wants to put. He has a thing called Neuralink. Type in Neuralink. Elon Musk. It's they're selling stock to it. It's a yeah. Here, look. Here's the Nederlander. Here they're showing the Wiz here. So here's the Goodman Theater. Crossing Randolph Street. Here's the bike lane. Yeah, they're showing the Wiz. Wizard of Oz. How many blocks have I just walked? I don't know. I've lost count. I don't count the blocks. But we probably walk about two miles. Probably walk 2 miles. Probably a mile on the Riverwalk over to the Merchandise Mart, and then a mile back. We're going towards Millennium Park here. Here's the Wiz. Here's the Nederlander. Hey, the legendary Broadway show that took the world by storm is back. 1240. We got over 60 degrees here in Chicago, Illinois. There's the Blick Art Supplies. There's the Wiz at the Nederlander right here on Randolph Street. So they're working on State Street. State Street's all tore up. We'll show the Chicago Theater. Waiting across the street here, State Street. There it is, Chicago Theater. See how the State and Lake transit station's completely gone. And there's the Chicago Theater. We're going to cross the street here. We can kind of look into. They're working on the State Street, so they got construction activity, and this is the Chicago Theater. We'll head by there later this week. We just want to get across the street here. Yeah, Chicago's big. Yeah, we got 118. We got 118 viewers and the thumbs up. You know, sorry again. Apologies to Wes and John. I'm sure everything's fine. I just misunderstood what you said, and I can't understand it, so I'll leave it go. And thanks for trying to explain it. I'm sure it was a misunderstanding on my part. I know you're good people. You supported my cause there. I just didn't understand the statement, and of course, I shouldn't realize that most of them are not about me. It's about something else. And hey, yeah, we got the viewers back here. Here's the green line. There's the police heading through. But hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, we'll go over. We'll check out the Bean. We'll go check out the Bean on such a beautiful day. There'll be a lot of people out. And here we got Wabash and Randolph Street here, loop of Chicago. There, the green line stopped there, waiting for signals, heading towards Washington and Wabash. And yeah, we got a beautiful day, 60 plus degrees Fahrenheit. We're pushing 15 to 20 Celsius. Yeah, we got the walk. We'll head right over to Millennium Park here. So here's underneath the brown line. Well, it's the brown line goes through here. Yeah, the brown line's probably going right above us. This is the no, it's the green line. This is the green line. Head through the Chicago here. Across here, Randolph. There's one green line goes one way, one goes the other. Yeah, let's head down Wabash. We'll go down one more block here on Wabash. Yeah, it feels like spring. It's nice weather here. That's why I wanted to go out and do a lunchtime walk here on my lunch walk. Checked out the Riverwalk. We went over to the Merchandise Mart. Rosemont Theaters, Runscape host. So hey, thanks for the good info there, Jack. Let's see. RuneScape, we'll look into that. They're doing a All-Stars finale at the Rosemont Theaters. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's out by O'Hare. Yeah, 75 degrees. No, I bet you we'll get another snow before the end of the winter. We might get snow on St. Patrick's Day weekend because it's warm now, but it doesn't mean it's going to be warm a week from now. This is probably the warmest day of the week. Here comes the brown line pulling out of the Washington Wabash Station. We're on Wabash here down by Washington Street. Names of the city. Oh, Dolores, I saw your comment there. That's interesting. So we'll look into that. Thanks for the good info. Oh, there's a bike. How you doing? That bike rider looked at me like he was bound and determined. Like this determination here. So here we'll head over. How you doing? Appreciate it. How you doing? So here we'll here they got the ladder up here. So here's the Pittsfield building. This is the building that we got to the top of. So Mo helped us out. Remember, we met with Mo last week, and we'll eventually later maybe we'll try to see if they want to give us access. It's up to them, and help promote the reconversion of this building, the Pittsfield Tower. Thanks again to Mo for getting us to the top. Such a beautiful view, and it was such a weird weather day. We didn't even get really. You couldn't even hardly see the lake because it was overcast. The Sears Tower was in the clouds, but it was still nice. Thanks again to Mo for getting us up there. Maybe we might be able to have another opportunity. So all across Michigan Avenue, here's the Cultural Center. It's got the Tiffany domes. We showed what those looked like. It used to be the Chicago Library, but now it's the Cultural Center. They still got some architectural displays there. Yeah, it sounds like the blues guys. Here we talked with him last week. He's putting in his PA there. Yeah, you want some pizza? Yeah. So here we're going to cross Michigan Avenue. We're going to cross Michigan Avenue here at, yeah, there you go. Arthur. Yeah, there. Look at that nice view. We get to the Wrigley Building. There's the Wrigley Building. Look at that. Look at Michigan Avenue. Hey, the Great Bean of Chicago. Thanks for staying on. Appreciate it. Hey, there's the monks. Wow, the Obama presidential. I call it a library. I know everybody jumps on me. They say it's a center. Yeah, but thanks, Lisa. Yeah, so it's the Obama Presidential Center is going to open on June 18th. So I look very much forward to this summer going back to Jackson Park and checking that out. And you can imagine the comments I'm going to get just for posting that. People say I'm racist just for posting the Obama Presidential Center. Guilty as charged. That's me. Here's the Great Bean of Chicago. I know that's not what people meant there. I'm reading way too much into it. I'm a bigot for the left. There's bigots for the right. Who am I to judge? Here's the Great Bean of Chicago. So look at that. Let's go around here. Let's check it out. Yeah, 2028. What comes after the current administration? Something else is going to be different. No administration lasts forever. That's almost the most beautiful thing about what the founding fathers is, that no matter how good or bad or great or ungreat any administration is, none of them last forever. And that's the best thing about the Constitution, is we always got another chance for somebody else to screw it up. Here's the Great Bean of Chicago. Hey, we made it. So here's Millennium Park, Chicago, Illinois. We got a beautiful sunshiny day here. We got 65 degrees, we'll say. We're heading up towards 70. People are in shorts. Feels really warm. So that's about almost 20 degrees Celsius. Here's Cloudgate, Anish Kapoor, the artist. And yeah, Millennium Park. Good number of people out here. It's nice seeing so many people out and about on a Monday. Yeah. Hey, French, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. KQD2, how you doing? Oh yeah, I want to show the inside. I want to see what that stained glass window looks like. It's going to be, see, there's supposed to be just like a regular Chicago Public Library in there, not a presidential library. And then there's going to be other, you know, hey, there's a nice group shot there. So hey, go in front of the bean there. Look at that, yeah. So you get your nice group shot there when you come to Chicago. Very nice. Yeah, Chicago misses you. It's easy to miss Chicago when we got 70 degrees at the beginning of March. So they're starting to set up. The ice skating rink is gone. Maggie Daly ice skating rink is gone as well. I didn't even bother to go over there. I checked. Yesterday was the last day of the Maggie Daly ice skating ribbon. So they're going to set up the bar, and they might have it set up by next weekend. We'll see. But they're going to have a parade on Saturday. The touristy Irish parade, the South Side parades in Bridgeport. This coming Sunday. But here's the people with the green shirts on. We'll see. They'll dye the river green here in Chicago this coming Saturday, 10 a.m. We'll be streaming it. There'll be other Chicago live streamers streaming it as well. Here, look at everybody taking a nice group shot here in front of the bean. Cloudgate, Millennium Park, Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, how you doing? Nice view. No rest for the wicked, yeah. No rest for the weary. Looks like something from Fifth Element. You're right. Yeah, it looks like the Flight of the Navigator. It's like the spaceship. Yeah, the Great Bean of Chicago. Thanks for checking it out. Yeah, see you, Michael. Have a good rest of your day there. Look at the people hugging in front of the bean. Yeah, what a good day. What time we got here? So they're still working on the Pritzker band shell. What time we got? Trying to figure out the time here. 12:52. So let's go up. There's a bridgeway, the Nichols Bridgeway, which gets you to the Art Institute. So since it's such a nice weather day, I'm gonna walk up there, and we'll get the nice view heading down into Millennium Park with the bean. Thanks for sticking on. Thanks for taking our nice river walk. Fifth Element is a French film, huh? Very nice. Yeah, Yisha Pisa Lisa. Yeah, how you doing there? Is it cold? No, it's not cold. It's almost 70 degrees. Look at your phone there. Type in Chicago temperature. It looks this is pretty nice weather for March. So it's really warm. It's nice in the sun. And today you can actually wear shorts and short sleeves, and you can bring a jacket if you want. You know, this might be cold to you. You might live in where it's 90 degrees, 100 or 40 degrees Celsius all the time. It's Chicago. Yeah, there's a bunch of people heading up this bridgeway here. We'll show you. Yeah, the Great Bryan, Chicago. Yeah, sorry, I'm a flawed person. Sometimes I trip up on the comments, so we'll let it slide. It's one of those things, if I don't read the comments, people are like, you're not reading the comments. When I do read the comments, I misinterpret them, and then I'm the problem because I misinterpret the comments. So nature of the beast. But hey, we're enjoying this nice day. Yeah, we should have a nice view of the Lurie Gardens. They got bees over here. They got beehives, and we saw some beehives over by the Aeon Center. They got some beehives. which are great for the ecology as far as for the Lurie Gardens. So this is the Nichols Bridgeway. So if you take this all the way across Monroe, you can go right into the Art Institute. You'll end up in the modern wing. But I got to be careful here. If the security's here, they've heckled me just for walking up here with the gimbal, but I think it should be fine. Have a good day. See you, Donna. Thanks for tuning in. Omaha, how you doing? Yeah, lovely walk. Thanks for checking it out here. So the views get really nice once we head down this way because you'll get the whole Streeterville skyline. I'll walk until we get to Monroe. We cross Monroe. There's nice views to the loop. You can see to the south loop. You can look down into the train trough for the Metro and the South Shore trains. Then you can see to the lake. Lakes are pretty blue today. The river was a really pretty turquoise green, like aquamarine. It was reflecting the sky. It looked like Caribbean. See, there's the trough of the Metro tracks. There's the modern wing. There's the Lake Michigan. There's Lake Michigan there. There's the Blue Waters of Lake Michigan straight down Rose Street. I'll walk behind here. So here you can look into, there's the University Club. See, there's the Pittsfield building. So Mo got us to the top. We were right up there. That's where we were at last week. We got that video. See, we're on the Nichols Bridgeway here, and that's looking straight west on Monroe Street. Here comes a train, so maybe let's get the train coming in through here. I hear the bell. There it comes. So there's your Metro Electric coming out of the Millennium Park Station. You see how it goes underneath? It actually goes underneath the beam, and it goes through the Art Institute. There's a station at Van Buren right just south of this. There's your Metro Electric coming out of Millennium Station, going south, right, going to University Park. There's the South Loop. There's the Loop of Chicago. And there's Lake Michigan that's looking towards the east. And that's the modern wing of the Art Institute of Chicago. We'll head straight down here. And everybody taking pictures there with the nice skyline view. Yeah, thanks Pizza Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, this is Chicago. Have you seen what the skyline of Portland looks like? Does it look like this? Yeah, I'm sure the bean gets hot. If it gets hot in the sun, it's made out of stainless steel, so it heats up in the sun. But you know, it's just like the chrome on your car. You know, if you touch a chrome bumper on your car, that's probably how hot it gets. You know, it'll be hot to your hand, but I don't think it'll burn your hand, but it could possibly. If you sit on it with, you know, exposed skin. Tennessee. Yeah. Well, see, positive, negatives, everything. You know, there'll be things about Chicago you miss. There'll be things about Chicago you don't miss. Positive, negatives, everything. What do we always talk about? Yeah, I've taken transit in Florida. I've taken in Miami, Florida, they got the People Mover, and then they got that train line that goes up to West Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale. There's two systems. There's a more expensive for-profit system, and then there's the public system that makes more stops. But yeah, there's not as much transit in Florida. You know, I don't know if Chicago's as fast and reliable, but it's there. It'll get you there. It might take a long time. You might have delays and stinky cars and people yelling at you. But asking for money every 5 seconds. But welcome to the city, yeah. But hey, we'll go past the beam one last time. We're heading back to work here, so this is my lunch break. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we got 12:59 with Let's see what the weather says here. Let's see what the actual temperature is here. 65 degrees Chicago, sunny. Look at that, 68, 67, 68. Get out there if you can, enjoy this beautiful blue skies. This is the warmest day we've had in a while. And we've had 3 days of 60s in February. And we're starting off March with more. So isn't global warming great? Yeah. I'm tired. I'm so tired about the talk about the good and bad side of Chicago. Yeah, I'm a bad person. I'm a horrible person, but I live on the good side of Chicago. I'm a horrible, greedy capitalist, but I live on the good side of Chicago. So what's good and bad? You know, I'm a horrible white person, so I live on the north side. I know that's probably why I got, you know, probably John and Wes are right. I am racist. I'm a bigot. You know, I loathe the color of my own skin. I got freckles. Yeah, I'm a horrible red-headed person. Yeah, it's me. Here's the Great Bean of Chicago. Look at that, Millie Park. How you doing? Yeah, I'm just walking through here. I'm on YouTube. Hey, you want to say hello? You want?
Hello.
Hey, so,
it's a Bean of Chicago.
The Bean of Chicago.
Yeah.
Where are you from? You from Chicago or?
I'm living in Portugal, but I have
Portugal. How you doing?
I'm from Ukraine, but I'm living in Portugal.
Oh wow. Okay, you're living
my
in.
first time in the United States. Going to New York today and in a week back to Portugal. Yeah.
Great. Well, have a great time in New York City. I hope you got nice weather in Chicago.
It's amazing. It's because I bring it from Portugal.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for doing that. Thank you. Thanks for bringing it from Portugal. Thank you, my friend. See, he's from Portugal. He's checking out Chicago, and he's going to New York City. He couldn't have a much better weather day. I'm envious of him. He got to check out Chicago. Now he's sorry. I didn't mean that. Some telemarketer called me and I thought I hung up and I actually picked up the call, so I had to hang up the call. And sorry about that. But here, yeah, we got some blues music here. They're selling the drinks. And yeah, so I'm gonna head back to work. We'll be back on TikTok after 5 o'clock tonight. Again, I apologize to Wes and John. I'm sure everything's fine. Thanks for understanding. I was just trying to understand, and whatever it was, you didn't want to talk about it, and I understand because you probably were afraid I was going to flip out, and I apologize. I'm a human being. Thanks for understanding. I appreciate your attention. I'm sure everything's cool. It was operator error. It was my fault here. So thanks to my mods and everybody else. We'll keep on keeping on. And yeah, we'll see you after 5 o'clock tonight. We'll be on TikTok. We'll probably head up back to the lakefront, see people enjoying this nice weather. There might be people swimming. Yeah. No, unfortunately it's not cheap to live here. I wish it was cheap to live here. It's even not cheap, even in what people consider the more marginal areas of the city. This city will eat you up and spit you out. Now, I just came back from New Orleans. Chris and I took a trip to New Orleans. New Orleans can eat you up and spit you out too, and but depends on. Generally, cities are more expensive than the countryside. Doesn't matter where you're at. It's the cost of living in urban areas, especially big cities. It's much larger, more expensive than suburbs or the countryside, and it's just the way it is. And I don't know why people keep asking me that question, expecting a different answer. I wish it wasn't that way, but that's the way it is. People keep asking me, like I'm going to say one day, there's this really good deal, but there's not. There's just no good deals left. It's all gone. But here we'll head down to Randolph and Michigan. Yeah, I speak really fast. I'm an American, I guess. I'm like a what do they call that? Where they have I'm an auctioneer. Sold to the highest bidder. So here we'll cross Randolph Street. There's the Prudential. There's the Aon. UAE. How's the mood in the UAE right now with the war going on? I know that people are worried about like air drones because you're much closer. You're on the Persian Gulf, the Strait of Hormuz. What's the general feel about the Iran-American war? And what I fear is that America's going to become associated with Israel, and it's already too late. And so the terrorism that Israel gets, we're going to get now. That's what I fear. But I'm not the only one in that. And we'll see how it goes. I wish, you know, you in UAE, I wish you pray for people living in UAE and Bahrain, our allies there, and Saudi Arabia, and the same with, you know, the people of Iran that were protesting this regime. Still scary times, and the price of oil is going up, and the world's not as safe as we thought it was. But it never was. It's always an illusion that could always end at any time. And so this is kind of a reality check. But here's Michigan Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. I'm going to head back to work. That's the Wrigley building. We'll enjoy this weather later today. We'll be on TikTok after 5 o'clock. Look at that car, that red sports car. Today's your day to get out your Lamborghini Gold Coast convertible there and tool around the city, get out your Can-Am and your motorcycle. We'll see you later tonight at the beach. Here's the Nutella Nando's. You get your name in the jar there. Hey, have a great day here from Chicago. Thanks, Mods, and everybody else. Thanks, John and Wes, and everybody. We'll see you later today on TikTok. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. There's the Prudential Tower, number 2. And there's the Mr. Super Hazel Johnson mural of environmental justice. Yeah, the Howard Ford, yeah, it made it hard getting up early. Yeah, thanks, one Gold Nubian. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, the time change. So, yeah, thanks for being on. We'll see you later. So, hey, talk to you later, everybody. Thanks a lot. Hey, 162 likes. Yeah, we got 95 people. Thanks a lot. See, appreciate it. Thanks for everybody. We'll talk to you later from Chicago. Have a good day. Thanks a lot.